Welcome. We are your hosts, Chris and Tammy.
In this podcast, we dive into the mindset for networking strategies and skills you'll need to build a solid foundation to build a global business.
We've built a multi-million-dollar business and have mentored thousands of people around the globe in the last 25 years.
So, beliefs. And this is what we all need to do because every single one of us has a cape. You know that, right? Every single one of us. Do you remember when we were kids? We knew we had superpowers. Like seriously, every single one of us, no matter what we did, all the cartoons we watched, we could imagine all of this stuff. And then we get into adulthood again and everything is programmed. And we realize that whatever our income ends up being is who we are and what we have. And that's it. And people would not go beyond that. So how do we break these habits? Well, again, you got to go back into that childlike thinking and know that every single one of you can do anything that you truly desire. If you want to, you have to want to, right? And then we're going to go into actions. And so going into actions, what's really important is to know your habits around the actions. And I think a lot of us know our habits around our actions. And if you don't, it's again, you want to go back and do an exercise around that. Time is no excuse. And I'm going to tell you, these 15-minute segments that we've been doing has been proven it. It's proven that everybody can do 15 minutes. And those 15 minutes, most of those 15 minutes have turned into 30 minutes plus. So people realize that they do have 15 minutes to do this. Throughout the day, 15 minutes here, 15 minutes there, 15 minutes there. You can do 15 minutes. And when you set a timer, it's going to create that sense of urgency to do as much as you can in those 15 minutes that you have, concentrated 15 minutes. So write down your daily actions from the morning you wake up until you go to bed, because I'm going to show you that you have 15 minutes in your day. So write down all the things that you have from morning to evening and find out where you can put some 15-minute slots in there where you could do the money-making activities of connecting with people, obviously inviting to have a look at some information, invite them to have a connection with your sponsor, your leader. And from there, it's a decision-making. So you have time to do this. I can tell you that. And so once you write out your day, I want you to put an S or an NS beside everything that you wrote down in your day. Okay, so if it is not serving, then what can you do to replace it so you can move forward in your actions, in everything that you have written down on your schedule. Okay, so S for serving you, and it doesn't go. Not serving you, what can you replace that with? Can you delegate some of these things so that you can take 15 minutes that turns into 30 minutes, that'll turn into 45 minutes. And next thing you know, you're at the next rank.
Hey, Tammy, I want to share a practical thing that I do when it comes to action exercise. Mm-hmm. My week starts on Sunday and it finishes on Saturday. Okay, so that's day one of the week. That's day two. And what I do is sometimes I get overwhelmed because there's so much going on in a day. And what I do is I write down, for example, on the Monday morning, usually that's when I write, and I write all the things. There's 7 things that I wrote that I did. One of them was my accounting paper. For me, this is like a root canal to go through anything that has to do with accounting. But unfortunately, it is part of living and it is part of being in business. It's something that's important. And my accountant was waiting for these papers. And I don't know about you, but every time I cross something on my list, I get this feeling of satisfaction. And it's really interesting and encourage me to continue. I know it's a little bit beside what Tammy's talking about. She's talking about the daily action, but I'm talking of a practical accountability tasks that I do from Sunday to Saturday.
Create a schedule that's going to serve you well.